Hi everybody, welcome to my floss tube. I am Doreen and my channel name is Privies and Prims Needlecrafts. I do punch needle and cross stitch and a little bit of wool applique when I'm in the mood or primitive dolls, but mostly cross stitch and punch needle. Right now my focus is on mostly cross stitch. So welcome to all the new people and welcome back, and thank you to all the returning subscribers. So I'm going to start out today with thank you for all the kind comments about my father. He was an extremely talented man, and one day I'll show you a cabin that he built. It is all recycled materials, and he built it for less than $5,000. It's about 500 square feet, and it's on my mom's property. It is a rental property, and the cabin is a rental. And I'm thinking about considering maybe one day when my mom is gone and me and my siblings need to sell the house, I would love to have that cabin because it's all recycled materials. It's very primitive, and almost everybody in the family had a hand in building it and helping. And so I will insert a picture of it here, and so you can see it. It's just simply adorable. And that's maybe a possibility, but we would have to separate land. Siblings would have to agree to it. I would have to buy them out. So it's not just a simple done deal, but it would be really nice to have it. So anyway, so we'll move on. I did want to thank you, though, for all those kind comments. They were really special to me. So I'm going to start out with my finishes. I have two fully finished, and one of them is this little pillow, and I'm not sure if I showed you this before, but I did just fully finish it. I just put some yarn here. I'm a little bit further away from the camera this week. So I just put some yarn on there with a thin bead of hot glue. And that pattern is from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. And this is the pattern. And it is the current issue, the spring 2023. You'll find that there. Someone said that it looked like a dachshund bunny, which it really does. So that is my first fully finished. And the next one, I absolutely love this one. Look at that. So I had this old grater that I found at an antique store. I have two of them, and the other one, I think I put a snowman on it. I'm not sure what I put on the other one, but I did already use the other one. So this is the second one. So what I did is just wrap it around the back, and then I laced it just with some pearl cotton. It's actually DMC pearl cotton, and I just laced it on there so it's not glued or anything. That is the only way it's attached, and it's holding tight. And then I had these little pip berries on a vine, and I snipped these off because they were blue. The other ones weren't. And this is something I got from Colonial House Primitives. She's on YouTube, and I won a giveaway, and she sent me a box of goodies, and that star is like a rusty star, and I put that on with some E6000. So you can see the back, they're just glued. The little pitberry vines are just hot glued on there, and then some E6000 for the metal, because hot glue doesn't hold real well to things that it can't absorb into. So that is my finish. This is a La-Di-Da freebie pattern. You'll find it on her blog or her website. I'm not sure if it's a blog or a website, but it's called Freebie Alphabet with Hair. And that, I believe, is going to be my last bunny stitch for this year. I have lots of bunnies. I am going to do a video probably this week that will show all of my spring finishes and how I have them displayed in my living room. So those are my two FFOs. I have a work in progress, only one. Well, I have the punch needle still, but the thread has been mailed for that, and that should be getting done sometime this week. So this is an FFO, not an FFO. This is a whip. This is a work in progress. I got to remember all these terms. This is a pattern by Not Forgotten Farm, and you can see the word thread is just an area that you don't stitch, which was extremely challenging for me the first time I did it, because what I did is I tried to stitch with the blue and go around the letters and leaving those spots blank, and I didn't get it right at all. And so then I started just doing a row across and then a row across, like you would skip 5, do 2, skip 3. And then it was so confusing. So I'll show you the bottom of the pattern here. And it was just really confusing for me. And yesterday I was at my LNS, the Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City, Tennessee. And there's some ladies that stitch in there on Saturdays. And I didn't have long to stay because I was only there like a half hour, but I had my fabric group meeting yesterday. So I was asking them, and one of them had a magnetic board, and she said that they sell them there. And then she had strip magnets, and that's how she does rows. She moves it. So she would put this on the magnetic board with some magnets around, and then she had these strips that she could move to, vertically or horizontally to show where she was. She also suggested that I increase the size and enlarge the pattern, which I did. This is enlarged. When I went to my fiber group, there was the cupping machine there, and they were able to enlarge it for me. So that helped a lot. And the other thing was to highlight, which you can see I did. I went to Dollar Tree. I bought a pack of 4 highlighters for $1.25. And I started highlighting the rows and the little sections when I finished them. So that helped a lot. And then I was able to actually finish it. This is the pattern. It's a little bag, and it says spools of my thread. I'm going to use it like a little project bag, and because I mostly do small projects. So this fabric, the other day I posted a video of Happy Mail that I got. This is included in that, and it's called Prairie cloth. And someone asked me on Facebook or Instagram, and my links for that are in the description box where you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. But somebody asked me what would I compare this fabric to? And because the person that sent it to me, I asked her if it was for stitching because I could see the weave in it. And she said she didn't know. She had bought it to make curtains and never used it. And so then she Googled it, and you can use it for stitching. And then when I Googled it, there are several sellers on Etsy and everything, and they sell it in all different colors. This has been walnut stained. She did it with, I think, walnut crystals. And I love this color. And there's more of it. This is just a small piece I cut off. But I think I would compare this to a canvas fabric. Like, it's heavy, it's thick. And then someone at the shop yesterday measured it, and she said it's like a 24 count. So 24 threads per inch, I believe that means. So if you were to compare it to something super easy to stitch on, the needle just goes right through it. It's so soft, and it's like a canvas, but it's a bit softer than canvas. And I don't know how good you can see it close up because it might go blurry. But I really, really love it. And she's going to send me some more. I asked her where she bought it, and if she had more, I would buy it from her. But she graciously, unbelievably, is going to just send it to me and won't even let me pay postage. So thank you again to my secret pal there. And so that is my whip. And I might be able to finish that today. The hardest part for me was this. The first time I tried to stitch it, I went from here. I stitch left to right, and I usually start in the corner, but this was angled, so I started over in here. And I go left to right, and I come down around like this, and I'm trying to do like in 1, in 2. And then when I got over here, it didn't match up. So I had already also tried to fill in for the lettering, and that didn't match up. So I had to frog all of that. It wasn't completely done. It was probably half. And I had to take all that out. I had to take all this out, back up over to here, and then start again. So what I did when I started again is I started left to right because it's just so much easier for me. And sometimes I will actually turn it upside down so that I'm going left to right. But that's what worked for me. And then when I did the lines across, instead of trying to, go around letters, because I was actually thinking about just stitching these letters in like a white thread and then taking them out later. And that way it would be easier to stitch around them. But thankfully this way worked, just going in lines. So that is my whip. Also yesterday when I was at my LNS, I got to meet Annie, the proper stitcher. It was really great to meet her yesterday. I wish I had had longer to stay there because she was there for like 6 hours and even sat down and stitched with the ladies for a while, but I had to leave and I didn't get to do all that. But she did, I had my picture taken with her and I'll insert that here. And then she gave us all goodie bags. There's a little string tied around this. And I'm going to pour this out and show you what we got. We got a little Post-it notes with her logo on them. Everything has her logo on it. And my first, do you call this Stitchy bling? Floss bling? Floss bling? It is, it's got her logo on it again, and I will definitely be using this. And that is my first fancy stuff. I'm not like one to go on and buy all these little things, so it's neat to get it as a gift. And then her business card. This was her business card. And if you don't follow her on YouTube, definitely do that. Check her out. And she put this little charm in here. Let me see if I can show you this. It is a scissor. It's a little scissor charm. So I will definitely be using that on something. And there you can see the top of it. It's got the little ring. And then some buttons, which I don't know if I can show you these or not, but some little buttons. So all of that was in my little gift bag. So thank you, Annie. And it was, again, great to meet you yesterday and hope to spend some more time with you when you go there the next time. Okay, I have a list this time. I don't usually have notes, but this time I do. The Happy Mail video. Yes, definitely. I want to refer you back to that one. You need to really see what was sent to me. It was just incredible, the amount of things that I got in Happy Mail, and some of them are going to be shared with you as gifts because some of them I know that I won't use, so I'm going to share those with you. So definitely refer back to that. And then also I have lots and lots of videos. I know there's at least a couple hundred, and I'm on a personal goal and I need for my channel, and I need 400 more watch hours. So I have over 2,000 subscribers. If just 400 of you watched an hour of my videos, then I would meet my goal. So I would really appreciate if you would go back and watch some of my other videos, and or just grab your stitching and your favorite drink and hit a playlist and let it play while you stitch. I would really, really appreciate that. And also always to give a thumbs up on my videos, because YouTube loves that interaction and comments. That really helps them push my channel out. And I've noticed lately that most of my new subscribers are coming from YouTube suggesting my videos. And that's why they're doing it, because of interaction. It shows them that like people like the videos, and then they push it out to other people, and more people can find me. So I appreciate every single one of you for watching. The next thing on my list is coffee staining video. I did some, a couple people asked me to show them how I coffee stain my fabric, and I did do a short video for that. So look back for that one. And whip, I already showed you. Project envelope. One thing I want to make, and I kind of hinted to this on my last video, that on the Happy Mail, that I was going to try to make something. And I was thinking I might get it done today, but I really wanted to just keep stitching on this. And that's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to stitch on this. And I'm allowed, and I'm single, and I'm retired, and I have nothing but time. So I do what makes me happy, as we all should when possible. So I didn't want to do a zipper in a project bag. I wanted to do this project bag only because, and I only work on one project at a time, and I usually just put it in a Ziploc bag. So I don't really need project bags. But because when I went camping last weekend, I didn't have anything with me to work on, I have decided to get a pattern together, kit it up, and put everything in a bag in the camper. So I thought it would be nice to have a little project bag for that. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and this was before I got my Happy Mail box, which had, you'll see all the fabric in it if you go back and watch that video. but I bought this. I wanted something with campers, and they only had 2 at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't like either one of those fabrics for what I wanted, but I got this. This one just like called out to me. I really love the colors in it. And I got just plain tan as the lining. So I did not want to do a zipper. I haven't done a zipper maybe since I was in high school. I don't know. It's been a long time. So I asked on Facebook, there's a Facebook group called Cross Stitch Unlimited. And I asked if anyone knew of a tutorial for one that didn't have a zipper, that just would have a flap over and use Velcro. And somebody did put a video on there, a link for Vana, the Twisted Stitcher. And I will put that link down below. And it's called a project envelope and not a project bag. And it's so easy. And I'm sure I could have figured it out because I've sewn so much, but I needed that visual. So if you're like me and you want that visual and you just want somebody to guide you and show you how to do it, I will link that video down below in the description box and you can watch it too. This looks really easy. Haven't got to that yet. I'm not sure when I will get to this because maybe when I finish this, but then I have the threads coming for the punch needle, which I need to do because that's a paid job. But I will eventually get to this and then I will show it to you. So I have a little bit of haul, and when I was at the needle workshop yesterday, this is what I bought. I had to buy some floss, but I also bought this to get ready for summertime. I love this. It is Plum Street Sampler. I tend to really go toward their patterns. I'm noticing that I just really like their patterns. And the shop owner said, I was saying how when you buy a pattern, it kind of feels like you got something accomplished, even though you didn't stitch anything, you just bought. And she said one of her customers says she has 2 hobbies. One is collecting patterns and one is cross stitching. So that kind of fits me a little bit. So I bought that. And then online, Now Forgotten Farm this weekend, I'm not sure how long it lasts. She just says it's a spring sale. All of their patterns are 10% off on Etsy. And I bought this punch needle for my spring display. And I definitely want to do this really soon because I want it out for my spring display in my living room. So I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to do it as a mat and just lay it because in my spring display, I have this, it kind of curves and on top of the cabinet. And I have this area in the front that's all open and it's just flat. So this is just going to lay there. So, and then the other one I bought with the cross stitch is this one. And this is also Not Forgotten Farm and it's on Etsy and it was 10% off. Now these were less than $10. I think they were like $8 or $9. They're not a lot. And then at the LNS, they have a basket. Like if you have older patterns, you can take it and just put patterns in there that you want to give away and everybody can go through them for free. And this is the one that I found that I kind of like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or if I'm going to use it as a giveaway. It is Bent Creek and it's called Snow. And it says it fits in an 8x10 frame. So that will either be stitched or given away in the future. But I really like that one. So as to giveaways, my giveaway rules for all of my giveaways is you must be a public subscriber. If you're not sure if you're a public subscriber, I have on my community tab, there is a video there. You may have to scroll down a little bit to get to find it, but there's a video there that tells you how to change your settings so that they are public because I have to verify that you're a subscriber since these are in appreciation for everybody subscribing. So last week I told you to use the word camper, and this is a needle minder that I am giving away. And the winner for that is, and I'm going to put it up here because I do not know how to pronounce your last name, but it is Dawn. And if that is you, please contact me by email. And that's priviesandprims@yahoo.com. So it's Dawn, REAUME. So please get in touch with me and I will get this out in the mail to you. For this week's giveaway, and we're not done yet. I'm just wanted to put the giveaways in here. This week's giveaway is I have for punch needle. There are 2 patterns and these are going to go to one person. They are for pins. They are 1.5 inch square. and they're little sheep, and they are kits. So you would get everything. The fabric is in there. The thread is in there. The pin. I believe that everything is in there for these two. So if you would like to win these, as it says one for punch needle embroidery, this is with floss. This is with like the Ultra Punch. Use the word sheep if you want to win those. And again, they're really small. They're only 1.5 inches. And these are patterns by Karen Amadio Gates Folk Art Designs. And these were part of the Happy Meal box that I got. And then I will have another one. Let me find this. I got more. What do you call it? If somebody gives it to you in person, it's not really Happy Meal. But somebody yesterday gave me this whole thing full that I'm going to show you everything. One of the things in here is something that I know that I won't make. Okay, so for the cross stitchers, the giveaway will be this pattern. And this is a rabbit, so the keyword will be rabbit, and that's the label there. And it's called the Tall Hair, and it's 57 by 153. That's the information there. And it's, it says our model is cross-stitched on 26 count linen, 2 strands of floss, 2/2. So there again is the picture. So if you're interested in winning that, put the word rabbit, and that would be a stand-up. So I mentioned in my last floss tube that I was going to kit up a pattern and put it in my camper. And the one that I've chosen is a Teresa Kogut pattern. And if I have notes in here, this is the pattern. So it's not very big, and I don't have to rush it because it's for Christmas, but it says finished size is 6/5, stitch count 110 by 86 on 35 count linen, which I usually stitch on 32. And I must have bought this from her website. I don't think it's from the magazine. I think I bought this from her website. So that's the pattern. Let me show that again. That's the one I'm going to be doing. And I haven't done cross stitch on a Teresa Kogut pattern yet. I've done a ton of punch needle, but not cross stitch. So I have this 28 count linen that I bought. I coffee stained it. This is the piece that I coffee stained in the video on coffee staining. But the pattern is showing it on kind of a grayish taupe. So what I'm going to do is I bought this at Hobby Lobby. And you can see that color. It's close. It's not exactly the same, but it's close. So I am going to try dyeing some linen with this. And because this is going in the camper, I'm using the larger count so that I can actually see it without the magnifier, because I don't want to like sit outside by the campfire with the magnifying light with me. So I wanted to do something. So I'm going to try this. It was on clearance for 99 cents. It's made by Tulip. And I read the directions. It sounds pretty easy. It's fabric dye. So I'm going to, leave me a note in the comments if you've ever used this before, if you have any hints and tips on how to use this. And so that's the pattern that's going in the camper. I've got, I bought another pack of needles just to leave in the camper. This is my project bag until I make one. I've got an extra pair of scissors in here and all my threads for this pattern. Now, she does mostly weeks dye work, so I had to do conversions to what I already had because I didn't want to go out and buy a bunch of threads when I already have a bunch. So now I'm going to get to this package. First of all, the bag. I got the bag. It's really soft, even though it looks more firm than that. So somebody in my Fiverr group, someone gave her all this stuff. And if you've seen me stitch on some blue linen, that was given to me by the same person. I thought that she used to do cross stitch and she stopped because she's a rogue hooker now and a weaver, and she does knitting and she does basket making. but she said no, she has not done cross stitch. Somebody just gave her this stuff. So she went through her things and she found some more things to give me. So some of these will be giveaways in the future. So here is, this is a pillow. Let me get closer here. This will be a giveaway for sure. And a book by Blackbird Designs. So I definitely will be making some of these. I do want to try making a drum. I haven't made one yet. So this is Maria Selby Humphrey by Blackbird Designs. And this looks like that's the original sampler. And then there's the drum. I love getting goodies like this given to me. This is a sampler with the house. And oh, that's just a close-up of the border. And if that wasn't enough, there's another one. Get that, Honeysuckle Manor by Blackbird Designs. Samplers and projects in vintage style. That's the back of the magazine. That's actually, I guess that's the front of the book. And there's the back. So I haven't even like taken the time to go through all of this yet. But I definitely will be making something out of here. That's really unique. That's different. It's a honeysuckle pin box. And yeah, so I'm sure some of you have seen these things before. Here's some paper quilling. I haven't done that yet. And there's another pattern. Really pretty things. And we're not done yet. This is a pattern, sampler ornaments to handwork, homes and gardens. The one I want to make on this one is this top corner right here. That one looks prim to me. And of course I would do it on stained fabric, but that I want to make. And then after I make that, I will share this pattern with you. And there is a piece of linen. I think it's 28 count linen. There is a bag with more linen in it. And this, it's a pretty good size. That's doubled. That's folded in half. So it's twice that. This is, I think, what I'm going to try to use that dye on, that little package of dye. I'm going to take a small piece of this and try it and see how it comes out. And then all of these luscious colors. Look at those. They're all nice, prim, muted colors. A floss. This is all given to me, ladies. I love it. And then this pattern, now this is definitely going to be something that I want to stitch, but I already got this in my other bag in the goodie box, the Happy Mail that was sent to me. So that's Brenda Gervais. Definitely want to make that. This one is, it's called A Contented Heart. Let's see who the designer is. I always like to give the designer credit. Even when I post on Facebook and Instagram and everything, I always try to give the designer's name. So this is You and I and Friends. That's the designer. And this is the pattern. And it is a stand-up. And it says, A Contented Heart in the Year 1994 is what the words say. That is one pattern given to me. And then, hello, hello, one of my favorites, Stacy Nash. This was given to me. I love that one. So I will be making that one. Love that. This is Hand Did's School Sampler. Marilyn Fetter. It's a Christmas pattern. Very cute. I probably will make that one. And this one I'm going to take out because I don't think you can see it. It's kind of dark. Well, actually the pattern is not here unless it's in those other papers. But this is just a picture and that's all there is. So, no information, nothing, just that in the envelope. So I'll have to look through those other papers and see if that pattern is in there. So that was, is that called Stitchy Kindness? Because somebody just gives it to you in person? I don't know. So for today's giveaway, remember the cross stitch is rabbit, the punch needle is sheep. Use that keyword. Be a public subscriber or I cannot give you the gifts. I'm sorry. And over 18 because I have to ask for your address, and in the United States because of shipping costs. So today's question is, give me a tip for newbies, because I was given tips yesterday that really helped me. So I want to share this and then everyone can read the comments and we can all see each other's tips. If you are just a punch needler, give us a tip for punch needle. If you are just a cross stitcher, give us a tip for cross stitch. So share that with everybody. So something that is helpful, that you found helpful when you were just starting out, and something that you think would be helpful for others. So that is today's question. I will see you on the next floss tube. I am not sure if I'm camping next weekend. I'm still deciding on that one. I'm kind of waffling back and forth. Weather, price of the campground, and distance and everything. I might not go. And so I might skip that one. But if I do, I'll just be home stitching and having fun. So everybody, happy stitching, be blessed, and don't forget to share your tip. Bye.